This week is Transgender Awareness Week, which culminates in Trans Day of Remembrance on November 20th. I know this can be a heavy time, and often the content that gets shared skews towards the harder part of being trans. So I wanted to remind you, yes, being trans may give us some unique challenges, but being truly ourselves is the thing that can bring us the most joy possible. Being trans and fully expressing ourselves is a beautiful gift. So with this in mind, I wanted to share with you some trans musicians that absolutely inspire me. And this list is very Montreal focused because my favorite music is the music made by my friends and neighbors. These people have all personally impacted me, and I'm really excited to share them with you now. The first artist I have to share with you is Parker Finley. Now, if you're on TikTok, you know her. She is my TikTok mom. When I had my first viral video 2 years ago, Parker Finley came to my rescue and talked me through all of my feelings. Being an amazing comedian and musician herself, she already had like a huge number of viral hits at that time. I will forever be grateful for Eve's kindness. Her album, Chrysalia, is like a soothing hug, and fall is the perfect time to get into it. Next, we have Backwash, a metal hip-hop sensation. So my biggest flex in my life is that I'm able to say that Backwash used to be my neighbor. She actually lived in this building and I babysat her cat. Meow. So if you're ready to have your face absolutely melted off, make sure to check out her album, His Happiness Shall Come First, Even Though We Are Suffering. Next, we have Beverly Copeland. Now, if you know about my musical past, you know that I am a jazz singer. And so, of course, when I learned about Beverly Copeland, I was immediately drawn to his music. He is one of the most tender and moving jazz singers out there. And I just don't know that many trans men jazz singers. So him existing and making music is so important to me. He's been out as a trans man since 2002, and he was actually one of the first Black students to attend McGill University here in Montreal, which is where I studied jazz also. I had tickets to see him in Montreal a few weeks ago, and the show got canceled due to COVID.
And they ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine.
And I'm still not over it. I'm really hoping to get a chance to see him perform someday. Next, we have Big Sissy. So Big Sissy is a Montreal drag superstar who I first met here on TikTok. Their work is irreverent, boundary pushing, and definitely for an 18+ crowd. I'm obsessed with every track on their latest album, Black Star. They also happen to live in my neighborhood, and sometimes I bump into them at the local coffee shop, and I'm starstruck every time. And last but definitely not least, we have Samuel. So it wouldn't be a majority Canadian list without some Francophone music. And Samuel is actually a previous singing student of mine turned friend. They studied singing with me back in 2019, 2020. And when I had top surgery in April, they came and brought me food and watered my plants. Their latest album is a hard-rocking, feminist, queer, trans manifesto, and I'm sure that you'll love it even if you don't speak French. I'm so inspired by all of these artists, and I hope that you found some new music to follow today. If you have a trans musical artist that you love, please leave it in the comments because I love discovering new music to listen to, especially by trans people. Take extra special care of yourself during this Trans Awareness Week and Trans Day of Remembrance. And remember that being trans is a gift. I hope this helps.